Okay, in today's video, we're going to be looking at exactly how you can make the craziest gains when a new narrative appears. In this video, we're going to be looking specifically mostly at the AI narrative to kind of give an example of, exactly what kind of plays you could have made when this entire, new narrative was happening when a GOATC went to a couple 100 million market cap and just kept going higher and higher. So we're going to be looking at that, going to be looking at strategies to help maximize your potential gains when the narrative comes by, and also how you can figure out how long the narrative is actually going to last and when it's going to end and when you need to move on to a new one. So yeah, make sure you watch the whole video. So first of all, when you have a coin like GOATC Maximus, which launched back in October, it was probably one of the best runners in the meme coin spaces. A great coin for trenches. It took about a month to get to $1 billion market cap, but overall it did, extremely well. If you don't know what GOATC Maximus is, it is the main. It was the main coin of Truth Terminal until another coin took over as the main alpha play for Terminal of Truth. So first of all, when you actually find coins like GOATC Maximus, what you want to first do is actually go ahead and look for betas and derivative tokens. So an example of a beta and derivative token for GOATC Maximus was Photon. Now this was like the main derivative play that you could have had, and this actually went berserk because it beat GOATC and it became the actual main alpha runner. So it went all the way almost to 2 billion market. Okay, it went past 2 billion, went almost to 3 billion market cap. So it beat GOATC, which rarely ever happens. Don't bet on this happening often because it rarely ever happens where a beta play will go ahead and actually beat the main runner, especially by this larger gap as well. But this was like a rare case of that happening. But I think the reason they're still better than our GOATC is because obviously I think this is like more like memeable, and more people just naturally understand it. Like, especially if you don't speak English or something, you're gonna easily understand this. Versus something like GOATC Maximus, you might not find that funny at all. But yeah, this is just absolutely crazy. I don't know, maybe it was a cabal play, I don't know what happened. But yeah, it went berserk. So first of all, like I said, look for betas, the main runner, the whole coin that starts the narrative or derivative plays. As well as that, you want to actually go ahead with the AI narrative. Obviously, you want to go ahead and look at similar coins within the space. So, I wouldn't specifically call these derivatives. So, for example, let's say a zerebro. I wouldn't specifically call that like a derivative because it's not like a copy of GOATC. It's kind of unique in its own way, but it's in that whole like narrative. So I'd call it's just another play basically within that same narrative. And GOATC here, zerebro here, as you can see, it went up to like 800 million market cap. And this was also a very good AI play. I'm going to be teaching you exactly how you can also find plays like this, like the best methods to find plays when a new narrative appears. And a lot of the time you have to be, quite, you have to spend a lot of time trying to predict what coins will exactly like do well versus what coins won't, because there'll be a lot of coins launching when a new narrative appears. And depending on the length of that narrative, like luckily the AI narrative lasted a few months. People like made millions off of that, but you can't always be 100% sure of how high a specific token will go. When a new narrative appears, it really depends on the length of the narrative and the kind of hype behind it as well. Now, when actually looking for new pairs in like a narrative, or finding actual potential runners in a new narrative, probably say your best bet is looking at new pairs, not specifically like pump fund new pairs, but the migrated tokens, because if the narrative lasts a long time, then I would say like if you think it's gonna last like more than a month basically, then I would probably say your best bet is actually looking on migrated tokens. This can also be done on a Dex screener when you actually go over to Solana and you go to pump fund and you go ahead and click graduated. you'll be able to see more tokens here compared to actually just searching on like BULLX NEO, because it usually limits you to how many tokens you can view on graduated. So you can go ahead and view like go through all the tokens that have graduated, try and see what coins look good, like decent, have a good team behind it. They have a good narrative as well. Like they have like a reason to actually go up high in price. So for example, zerebro. I think Zerebro did well mainly because it wasn't a lot. There was a lot of like AI larps, right, that were launched a bit after Goatsy, but there were a lot of AI larps that were launched, and also Zerebro was like a bit unique. Like I think people actually liked to interact with the bot. It felt different. It didn't feel like dry. It felt like unique. Like okay, yeah, there's something different going on here. I was also say like a good example as well, similar to Zerebro, was AI XPT, and that was launched by like a proper team as well. And also, I think AI XPT, in my opinion, AI XPT is like my favorite AI agent by far. I think it's just the most interesting to talk to. It has like the most knowledge, and like it's not a LARP as well. It was launched by like an actual like team and everything like that. So when looking at like tokens like this, you want to make sure you understand exactly what tokens aren't LARPs, because obviously there's going to be a lot of LARPs launching in the space. Like for a narrative like this, there's like a lot of fake tokens, and then you also want to make sure you're buying tokens that like are actually interesting, like memeable, or at least they have like some form of utility or something like that, and then not just like dry tokens, because there was a lot of AI bots that launched and I just felt like ChatGPT clones, like they weren't saying anything useful. It was just a bunch of like rubbish, but people would still buy it because it was a narrative. Coin will go high but and crash really quick, so it's really up to you. You could still make those plays, try and get a quick 2x or something, quick scalp. But if you want something that you want to hold for a bit longer, maybe for a week or two, that has a good narrative, you need to be making sure you're doing your research and not buying tokens that are LARPs, or not good at all, like not with a good team behind it or anything like that. Okay, so next up, I'm going to be talking about how you need to make sure you focus on coins with good teams. And for this example, I'm going to be actually be using a Zerebro, which was like the founder of Zerebro and everything is Dex, and Zerebro was heavily backed by a lot of influencers as well. But I think the reason Zerebro went up so much is because you could actually tell that the team behind it was genuine. Like it was a more unique bot, like I said before. But also as well as that, like the team, they doxed themselves after like a few weeks of the coins launched, and then they heavily started pushing out like start building a team, and that caused the market cap obviously to go to 600 million market cap. So yeah, fully doxed team that was already like they already knew a lot about data science and machine learning and stuff like that. So they already had a lot of knowledge to understand exactly how to build an AI agent, and they did a really good job at that. Of course, they also like branched out and made some other content, like I think they made like a Spotify where they turned Zerebro basically into like a musician as well, into like an artist or a rapper or something, like the first AI rapper. So yeah, they had some innovation coming out. Unfortunately, Zerebro just didn't last. It did well, went to 800 million, but it's gone down now. Who knows why? But yeah, overall it was a decent project, very good ROI project if you're going early. And lastly, I'm going to be talking about understanding when a narrative actually ends. I'll probably say a narrative usually ends when a new one begins. So I think a good example for this would probably be Peanut. So, or actually, instead of Peanut, I'll probably say Moodeng. Moodeng is a better example because when Moodeng launched, there was still this animal matter that was going on, I'd say. Like, it was still somewhat relevant. And obviously Moodeng did some numbers, but with the launch of Goatsy and Go and everything like that, a lot of attention moved away from Moodeng over to AI, coins. And I think the reason for this was, because as you can see here, I think they topped out at the same time, but then we had a coin that still did like went to 3 billion afterwards. And the reason is there's only so much mind share you have in this space. There's only so many eyes, and a lot of like the limits of the coins that are being created, like the limits of the coins, the all-time highs of the coins, they largely depend on how much mind share that particular narrative has right now in the space. So, for example, like with Muyudeng, like the overall like mind share, the overall like crypto's meme coin space was a lot larger when Muyudeng and Goatsy came out. With Farcoin, for example, there was less of a narrative in AI tokens, but I feel like Farcoin wasn't really an AI token in itself. It was more so just like a meme in general that just went higher and higher. But you want to be making sure that for me, like I would argue that the whole AI narrative hasn't ended, but the thing is, the overall amount of volume in the whole space has just decreased. It's a more of a trader's environment right now. People are getting in very quick, getting out very quick as well. It's like a lot of PvP going on, and also as well as that, like I said, like the AI narrative hasn't ended yet, but a lot of coins have just gone down. But AI token, I think this is still like the largest token there is right now. I think Peanut, did well. But I think Peanut's smaller than Rockcoin is right now. And Peanut, it went to like 2 billion as well. Like a lot of this just depends on the whole market. All of these coins peaked all at the same time. Like it doesn't 100% come down to the narrative. A lot of it comes down to the actual volume in the entire market. So you need to make sure that there's a lot of volume going on, there's a lot of hype going on in the actual market, and that these coins can actually go higher and higher, and they won't just die down quickly, or they at least have volume to hold out the market caps that they have. But yeah, I think we've shifted from that holder mindset right now to a more like volatile trader mindset. That's why we're not seeing coins top out the same as before. But when a narrative ends, like I said, it's usually when the next narrative begins. So when the next narrative begins, that's when everybody's going to be shifting their intention from the previous narrative to the new narrative. People are going to be taking out their money. So for example, when we had Trump, a lot of AI coins like Griffin, for example, they just absolutely dumped just off of here. Like let me just show you. I'll give a lot of people took out money to actually invest in Trump. So as you can see, we had a Griffin over here. Look at this big dip over here. This big dip over here is in like 600 million to about 400 million was entirely just off of people taking that money out to put money in Trump. And then I think after everybody's made money off of Trump and everything like that, or at least all these Trump meme coins started raging, or these celeb meme coins, or these like country meme coins, everything just started depleting, and the mind share behind AI meme coins has just gone down. So like I said, it's just a mind share game, and it's also a like a whole market like volume or size game as well. So you gotta mix those two together to kind of understand how high the coins in the actual narrative can go. And like I said, to know when that narrative ends, you just gotta know when the next one begins. But yeah, honestly, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you learned something from it. Like I said, if you want more videos like this, make sure you leave a like and a subscribe. So I have a lot of more videos like this on my YouTube channel. But yeah, make sure you check out our Discord as well, and have a great day.